Good evening, and thank you so much for joining me. I'm meteorologist Eric Tallman this evening. It's going to be a very crazy weekend, and the big top story of it all is the big snowstorm that's actually hitting the Midwest, and it does include southeast lower Michigan. So we're not really out of the picture. We are going to get accumulating snow. I've actually been tracking it, and then we'll talk about other days of potential snow, accumulating snow. So I'm going to continue to watch the GFS models for you, and I'll be on top of everything else. So this is actually the time to actually get to the grocery store, stock up on food and stuff. This is just in case you're not able to get out after the snow hits, because after this happens, it's going to be a mess. The roads are going to be a mess. So just giving you a heads up that things are going to get wild and crazy. To top it all off, we're dealing with very, very cold uh, temperatures right now. It is very, very cold. Last time I checked the temperature, it was like earlier in the afternoon. I checked it and forgot what time it was. Um, I'm gonna say it was around 1:30. I checked it and the temperature was only 19 degrees outside, and then you step outside, it was freezing cold. So, like I said, if you don't have to be outside, just use precautions. It's very cold outside. Make sure that you bundle up in layers. Make sure you've got your gloves, hat, mittens, and all that stuff, and scarves. Just be careful. And for the people that are special needs, the ones that have respiratory problems, this is not the kind of weather for you. So I advise you, stay home. Do not expose yourself in this dangerous weather. There's actually dangerous wind chills out there. So you stand outside for a couple of minutes, you feel it. I've been in this very cold weather pattern. Now, this morning we had freezing drizzle this morning, and we had uh, icy spots in metropolitan Detroit and southeast Michigan. We had to deal with that. Now, it was not as cold as it was now. Now, this morning did not feel as cold as it was. So, please use a lot of caution, you guys. And also, um, take your time driving, especially use a lot of caution, you guys. It's not going to be fun. If you're going to be walking on the sidewalks and all that kind of stuff, waiting for the buses, with the potential with all of this snow and stuff and accumulating snow and heavy snow, you may be waiting a while for the buses to arrive. There will be delays. I can really guarantee that's going to be a big possibility for you guys, because that's an automatic. So, whenever you're dealing with snow, ice, freezing rain, that type of thing, and sleet, all that mess that you have to deal with wintry precipitation, then the effects come in where you got to deal with the icy roads and all that kind of stuff. So just be aware. Now, these temperatures are going to remain cold outside. So if you're going to be on the road now, after the snow hits, please be careful. Slow down your speeds. Okay? Just slow down your speeds and drive at the speed limit, but be careful. Don't be texting on your phones. If you've got to talk to somebody on the phone, talk to them on speakerphone. Okay? This is only for your safety. So please be very careful. If you have um if you have neighbors or family members, loved ones that live in Michigan or in the Midwest, call them and make sure that they're okay. If you have neighbors, friends, that type of thing that might live down the street from you, or maybe they're your neighbor or family member that lives with you, check up on them. If you are leaving for any big long amounts of time, call them and let them know what time you're going to be home. Kept checking on them as well. If they are elderly people, most definitely you want to check to make sure that they're okay. The temperatures are nothing to be fooling around with. This can cause trip and falls. A lot of head injury accidents happen every year, I can tell you. So just be careful. The snow is going to be sticking. We've got very cold temperatures that does potentially make it does make the roads very icy and slick and everything. So please use caution, all that kind of stuff, and be careful out there as well. So all I can tell you is that I will be keeping my fingers crossed and hope that everyone that is adventuring out, be careful. I'll be thinking of you guys and everything like that. So if you have to go to work, there's going to be delays. So make sure that you allow yourself some extra time to get to work. And if you're late, just call your supervisor and let them know that you're going to be running late. That's very, very important stuff. So I thought I'd talk about safety a little bit and tell you guys all this kind of stuff because it's very important. Very important. Especially with these wind chill temperatures. I was waiting for this thing to go, this notification thing to go. Okay, there it goes. It's gone. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, what I was just saying is that you want to look out for each other, especially during this type of season, in the winter season, because there might be people that live in houses or whatever that don't have heat. You guys got to think about that. We ought to be grateful that we have a place to live at, a place to stay, houses, apartments, and all that. And also, during this winter season, I'd say all the time. And I would say, especially during the winter time, there are homeless people out there. And this is the time to start thinking about that. Okay, because it's winter season and I'm thinking about the homeless as well. Thinking about, do they have a place to stay? And also, I have to emphasize this enough. During this time, just make sure that you check around your area, call around to see if there's any warming. Know that there are warming centers, a place that you can stay to keep warm. So if you don't have anywhere to stay, especially the homeless, you know. So I'm just saying, you don't want to expose yourself out in all of this cold weather, okay? Because also and you might have respiratory issues. So if you have emphysema, you have asthma, that type of thing, be careful. Because I know I've got health problems myself. And I know that I shouldn't be in this weather. So I use a scarf or something to cover my mouth with. So that way I'm not exposed to all that cold air outside. Because we deal with this all the time. We have extreme cold temperatures. So if you have if you have a breathing machine, if you have a breathing machine, you have a hard time breathing, get it out and do a breathing treatment. I know today I'm gonna have to take a breathing treatment because I'm having a hard time breathing. So I am gonna do that and just take it easy for a while because I am having trouble breathing. So I'm gonna take care of that. And also, only go to the emergency room if it is a real life threatening emergency. And also, let's talk about shoveling snow. Here's the here is here's the challenge of it all. Okay? Elderly people and people that have respiratory problems such as people with asthma, emphysema, that type of thing. If you have a breathing problem, should you be shoveling snow? Like right now, it's cold outside. Should you be outside shoveling that snow? There isn't snow right now. Should you expose yourself, go out there and shovel the snow? Absolutely not. Find somebody else that is able to do that. If you have health problems, you don't want to be exposing yourself going outside shoveling snow, and let's say it becomes a problem. We're dealing with asthma, emphysema, we're dealing with head injuries, trip and fall accidents, all that stuff. So there are a lot of concerns that come along with it. It's not like, oh, ha ha ha, it's gonna snow, and then it's all right. You've got to be thinking about safety potential. That means everybody. That means me, you, and everybody. So before we walk out that door, we need to make sure that we're only going out if we really have to. If you need your friends or neighbors or whatever to give you a helping hand, please do the right thing and ask for help when needed. Because you don't want to expose your health and you end up in the emergency room or in the hospital and you get hospitalized because of health issues. But it doesn't matter. We could end up in the hospital anyway. I could end up in the hospital. Anybody could. But find a way to prevent it. Sometimes we can't. Like with asthma. Can you prevent it from happening or not happening? Well, you have a inhaler. Use that if you know. Use it when you're having an asthma attack. There's a breathing machine. I'm having trouble breathing right now, so I got to take a breathing treatment. And why is that? Because I was outside and it was really cold, and that's not really good for me. So just be careful, everybody, and just please do the right thing and help your friends out, your neighbors, and all that. Help everybody else and do the right thing, and please do what needs to be done in the right way. And show your love, your faith, and all that kind of stuff. And people will appreciate everything that you do for them and be appreciated for the things that they may do for you in return. So we really got to be thinking about a lot of stuff. But anyway, I will have more details opposed to this snowstorm and then the next potential snowstorms. And we'll be talking about Tuesday's snowstorm as well. And we'll let you know how much snow we get out of that. So we get 2 to 3 inches of snow for some areas in southeast Michigan. That would be the northern part. And then if you're way up in the thumb, that's 1 to 2 inches of snow. And a section in the middle gets 2 to 3 inches. But farther to the south, they've got bigger amounts. And then we'll talk about that winter weather advisory, and we'll also talk about winter storm warnings and what sections have the winter storm warnings. We'll see even bigger amounts of snow. So stay tuned for that, and I'll let you know which areas are under a winter storm warning, which areas are under a winter weather advisory. So Southeast Michigan is under a winter weather advisory, and I'll give you all details opposed to the winter weather advisory and what to prepare for and much more. We'll see you guys back here at 6 o'clock for more updates on this storm potential. We'll see you guys in a while. This is meteorologist Eric Tallman. Please come back and join me at 6 o'clock. We'll see you then.